The experience of failure, the experience of loss are the major experiences which bring people to the spiritual path, or simply seeking happiness, seeking truth. So many people who come to the spiritual path come because there is something that hurts. So there is a feeling of emptiness, there is a feeling of disappointment, a kind of a not enoughness, that I cannot reach what I imagined I should reach, or I cannot become the person I thought I should become. So you come to the spiritual path, and then you try to find this happiness in, again, an imagined person, an imagined holy person, how it should be, how the perfect enlightened or awakened being should be. So you may have tried listening to teachers, you read the books, you've tried to meditate maybe for years. You tried, being present. You tried to manifest. You tried going with the flow. And yet there is this feeling of failure, that however hard you try, you cannot do it by yourself. You cannot awaken. It never stops. You cannot perfect yourself, because there is always another thing which you think it should be better. This person who you imagine yourself to be should be more perfected. So then it seems like there's this, or you feel that this distance between you and freedom is huge, and you will never be able to reach this. So then inside you ask yourself the question, probably, or you doubt in yourself, like, why can't I do this right? Why can't I get there? What is it that I'm doing wrong? And this is called really the peak of this seeking, because this is the hurt, and this is true. This is a sacred disappointment. It's called the divine disillusionment, because really it is true. You cannot do it. This person who you think you are cannot do it. It has an imagination of awakening. It has an imagination how it should look like, and at some point it has to crash. And if you are feeling like that right now, I just want to assure you that everything is okay. This is kind of a holy ground where you can really surrender, stop, and enter your heart, enter this longing where actually the whole seeking started. But of course you might feel tired. That's also natural. Of course you exhausted yourself in this seeking. You might feel totally disappointed and sad even, or you feel helpless. And you even feel like that you are behind, because there is this comparing mind. That's a very natural characteristics of the mind, to compare. So you compare yourself again to, your idealization of teachers or your friends who are also on the spiritual path, and you say that you are behind because now everything crashed, you cannot do it, you are a failure. And you are not a failure. In truth, you are not a failure. Everything is all right. You are not doing anything wrong. This is very much necessary, what you are experiencing. right now. And so we invite you, or I invite you, also with Harald we invite you, just like our teacher invited us, to really experience it fully, whatever you experience, to open, to embrace everything that is here. And in this case, this divine disillusionment, I cannot do it, please help. And what we also invite you into is the longing in your heart, because you long for peace, you long for this unity, you long for oneness, you long for God, for love. And now you can stop and feel the longing. If you go really into this longing in your heart, that you want to be at home, just follow it through, and longing can take you home. And when you experience this longing and you let it guide you, then you also experience that you have never been separate from this that is always here. This love, this peace. And you can rest. You can really rest in this. And you can give up all the search. Because now you are really disillusioned from it. You have learned that it's not the way to seek, but to stop and to love your heart, to love, to open. So this divine disillusionment actually is a great opportunity to openness. Open, always open. Whatever your question is, always the answer is open. Right now. And then all the experiences of failure, of loss, whatever the challenges are in life, which will come, they are on the surface, and you know what is what. You can make the distinction between who you really are, which is this moment, which is this peace, and you can always stop. And this never changes. Whatever comes and goes, our life, it changes. And there are challenges. But now you have this really solid ground under you, so to speak. There is no one there. It's only you. It's only I am. This peace and love. You can rest in this. You can trust this. You train your mind to come back home, to trust. To trust again. It's even more than trust, but we have to use words. So, and we meet there. You can meet anyone there, even if they are not physically there. But when you arrive home into this essence, in this case, through the failure, finding the longing under the failure, surrendering, going into the longing even more, giving everything up, and then you shine. And love takes the lead. Love is the teacher, and love is everything. Yeah. So, I welcome you always, and we are looking forward to seeing you everywhere or in the meetings. You can see that in this description below. And if you like this video, press the like button so it can reach others as well. Yeah. Thank you. Namaste.